Hi guys, Bouncy's are ready to get going, but I know it's been a long time, and you're just gonna have to leave it in portrait mode for today because I really didn't plan, to be honest. I didn't plan on doing a trail today. I thought maybe I would go to a park or something today. I was in that church, and the Holy Spirit had me move on and go ahead and, I was just led to be going on a walk and talk thing today. Bouncy is raring to go, and well, even though this is nearby, this is not one that me and my ex went on. I'm prepared. I might have to stop for a minute and do what I got to do here, but I don't want to have a $500 fine, so we're gonna love our pet. It's a local trail. Like I was saying, my ex-wife, I'd never been on this trail. My ex-wife been on this trail. She said that there's really no shade, so if I see some shade, I might take advantage of that for a little bit. Maybe have to make this into 2 parts, but so I wanted to do this trail for quite a while, honestly. Bouncy, you're gonna have to settle down. She's all ready to go. I think she'll be drooping a little bit on the way back, but reason I didn't do this last year though was because of the sun. And she said that there was no sun, no relief from the heat, and it's finally got to be lower. It's like 96 right now. Of course, it's like about 1 o'clock, something like that. Come on, Bouncy girl. So anyway, I thought I'd do part of this trail. I might have to quit early because, like I said, it's still 96 degrees here, and it's Texas after all. And it's a little more humid than it has been recently, just because we finally got some rain. That's a good thing. There's Bouncy. Bouncy's trying to do what she does best, I guess, Come on, Bouncy girl. We're gonna get going so we can at least see some of this park. I mean, the park right here by the road is what I wanted to get. It's like I should have some good views of Bosky, even though the river's not very impressive. It's a very long river, and I think it empties into the lake. If I'm not for certain on that, but yeah, there's a little bit of opportunity for shade here and there. I might just have to go a little off the path or something like that. But yeah, Bouncy knew. I guess she still remembered. I picked up the backpack and she was on point. She was wanting to go with me. This is only half the trail, I have to say. When you drive up the parking lot, there's a way to go right and a way to go left. So I'm probably just going to go left over here. This is left from the parking lot. There's the parking lot. And we'll probably see what we see here today, and maybe I'll go to the other side some other time. Look at all that nice green. Everything was brown pretty recently because it was no rain for about a month or 2. And there was a heat wave. It was about 100 and some odd degrees, 107, 108, basically every day. Come on, Bouncy girl. She's over inundated by smells, I guess, because we had to stay local pretty much. This isn't like a journey's away, no. But we kind of had to go local today because, I've been real busy at work too. I mean, that's been a thing too. I've been tired lately. But I don't know where that goes. I'm not going to go down there. I don't even know. I don't think that's part of the trail. I'm just going to stick with the main cement trail. But I was at church and everything, and I got an unction of the Spirit that it was time to do a walk and talk. Plus, a confirmation is within the last week or so, one of my coworkers said, "When are you going to go out and do another video?" I guess he likes them, I guess. So that's a good thing. Anyway, there's some nice big boulders on the side. I don't anticipate it being dark, but my brother bought me some nice lanterns I showed you at the Hillsboro thing. I have one charged up just in case, but I'm not going to be out here after dark. It's only like 1 in the afternoon, but I don't know. I was in Scouts and everything. I always figure it's better to be prepared and have, as long as you can hold it. You know, I got a couple, 1.5 big things of water. You know, for me and Bouncy, got Bouncy's cup with me. Got like a little tuna kit in case my blood sugar gets low. All that. Geez, Bouncy, you gotta stop every 5 minutes, huh? You must be smelling a lot of stuff you like, huh? Yeah, I can't blame her. I mean, after all, she's been cooped up in the house quite a bit. How am I gonna blame her? But we're never gonna get to the bridge, girl. I want to sit up there at the bridge for a bit. Anyway, Pastor and me, we seem to be on the same page today. You know, plus I'll be listening to Joyce Meyer too. And, you know, it's funny. You can tell yourself, oh, I'm all done with the resentments and stuff, you know. I don't have any resentments, but it's funny how things sometimes keep creeping up or whatever and affects you from a long time ago. Yeah, I don't, that's not a good thing. I mean, that's not a good thing. I mean, and, I've let quite a few resentments go at the altar today, which is good. Now, see, we're just parallel on the road up here. The road's up there, and this is kind of a drainage area. She said something about it being near the public dump too. I'm not sure about that. You know, where you put your refuse off at. I do know that Texas is real big on repurposing basically unusable land. You know, like swampland, etc. and stuff. They're real big on making that into trails and parks out here. You know, that, well, if you can only use it when it's not raining or something like that, then that would be fine. So this looks like basically bottomland down here off the trail. It's pretty low. And it might be an overflow for the river too, who knows. I don't know. I never seen really the river super high, but you know, this is the dry season too. It might be a little bit different later on. Well, Bouncy, you're already pounding up the storm, huh? You're panting, huh? Anyway, you know, sometimes I just feel the weight of the world on my shoulders. I try not to. That's not a good thing to do, you know. But, Bouncy, you just want to keep stopping, don't you, girl, huh? Boy, we may have to stop for some water for you soon, huh? Oof. And I told her, I said, you're excited now, but you may not be excited later. You know? And like again, I said, I'm sorry about it's in portrait mode. I forgot my tripod at home. And I decided to do this, like I said, without any notice. I just threw a bunch of stuff in my bag and came. I will say, though, that I got like I said, I got the important things. I heard that I don't think there's going to be any places to sit down, which is okay, because I stand a lot at work, so I'm going to be okay with that. And there is some shade right here. I'm just going to stop here for a sec for her sake. Like I said, we may have to do this short, you know. You ready to go? Oh, you sure? Okay, come on, baby girl. She's a trooper. You ready to go? Come on. Let's go, baby girl. You and me gotta pace ourselves, though. What, you want to come over here? You want to smell something? What are you up to? Come on. Come on, baby girl. Man, out the way she's panting, we just may end up going down here and to see the river. And that's about it. But back to what I was saying, though, you know. If you have some pent-up resentment, I mean, is it really doing you any good? My guess is probably not. I mean, I can the one to say that, you know, some of that stuff, it just sits there and festers, and the enemy hopes you don't even notice. You know, and it come up as a stray thought now and again. Well, remember when so-and-so did such and such, and you may not even remember them anymore, but those negative feelings remain, you know? Those negative feelings, either you were embarrassed, or maybe you had correction from a superior or something at work, or Maybe it was a relationship and the person's not even around no more. I'm just supposing. That's not necessarily my resentments or anything. I guess the point was, though, is that they hold you back, you know? Now, see, I'm guessing with this raised deal here, that all this stuff down here every once in a while gets flooded for some reason, you know? Probably from the river. I don't know. I don't walk this trail very often. Like I said, I ain't never been on it, so I'm kind of guessing. But, you know, that kind of stuff just sits there and festers like an open wound, basically. And, you know, like I said, the person may even be long gone. Or if you see them, it may just be that they don't even know. And, you know, how is that fair to you or them? You know? And Pastor was talking about, I'm not really biblical, so I can't really say a lot. I don't claim to have a lot of biblical knowledge. The Pastor was talking about Ishmael and Isaac. Is it Ishmael and Isaac? Yeah. And how one was cast down, and you know, one was cast down for a mistake he made. All right, how we doing? All right, come on down, girl. You done good, girl. There's another dog, so Bouncy did good. So here's kind of a overlook area. Come on, baby. Oh, no, no, back, 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 back.
Here, let me pick him up. It's okay. It's okay. You stop it. I apologize, sir.
All right.
Come here. Stay right here.
We had quite a scare. The other dog got loose of a leash. All right, Bouncy. I'll put you down here in just a minute. There you go. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's going to have to stay on there, too, because I don't know how to edit. The other dog wanted to get aggressive with Bouncy. I think it's just the enemy trying to put me off of what I was saying. Anyway, God was great. God's grace. The owner was able to get over here and get his dog away from poor Bouncy. And Bouncy came out no worse for wear, did you, girl? We see another shady spot, but we might stop and give her some water. And I can talk, you know? For just a little bit. Oh, Bouncy girl. Well, we got like a fork in the road. I wonder where that goes. I don't think that's where we're supposed to go, though. I think they have a way to take these plates out. They got like locks here. I think they have a way to... I think that came out. Anyway, they have like locks there. So I take that off so they can actually go down that way. And this is what you see from the road. At nighttime, I see these sometimes. That's looks like they're solar powered. Lights over here. Let's just get you down here for a sec, baby girl. Have a lot of excitement, huh? But you did really good, girl. Now, so you did really good. You didn't bark at the other dog or anything. I've been working with her on that. Oh, is it water time already for you, girl? All right. Now, Papa, get you some water, okay? We'll step on that leash there. Forgive me. I'm having to get her some water now. She's panting awful fierce there. So I can still talk to you. It's just that the audio is going to be a little bit, the visual is going to be a little bit off. I'll get her some water for herself. All right. Yeah, well, you got to give me some time, girl, to get that water in there. These silicone cups work really good too, you know. Again, I wish I had a tripod. Yes, you're gonna have to be patient, girl. Be patient, girl. I was bragging on you, though. All right. Let me get her some water. I'm gonna just use this as a place to sit for a second. I can still talk. Let's get her some water there. Yep, she's needing that water. Good, I brought some. Go ahead and drink it all, girl. Yeah. We'll just sit here for a sec. I'll have my foot on the leash just in case. I don't anticipate anybody else, but she done real well. She didn't bark at the other dog. Unfortunately, the other dog got loose. You want any more, girl? Just drink some more. So, well, anyway, what I was saying is that these are like solar powered, so at night you can still see them from the road. We just kind of crossed the road a minute ago where we had that altercation with the other dog. And I have to say that it didn't seem to be anything with the problem with the didn't have any problems with the owner or anything. That was just the dog getting away. He was in fact he was apologetic, so that was nice of him. Drink up, girl. You better drink up. You don't want any more? Next time maybe I shouldn't fill it up so much. But we're not going to stay here forever. I'm going to have to dump that. You want any more? It's good I brought plenty. All right, girl. Let's just dump that. Oh, well, I guess she found another use for the water. She's going to lie on it for a minute. I guess that'll cool her down. You ready to get going? Again, I apologize for the shaky footage there. You ready to go? Okay. Let's go on, girl. We'll just see how far we can go. And I kind of wanted to... Okay, so here we go. We got a logo here. I'm trying to remember to take pictures, a few pictures here and there for Yelp. And looks like, unfortunately, we have some graffiti that was on here too. Anyway, here's a picture. Maybe I'll snap a picture or two for Yelp if I have a chance. And we'll just see how far we go. This is quite... See, like I said, the river is real small. Let me show you the river. And there's a freeway. You can see the freeway. Oh, bouncy girl. Come on. So there's the... I'm in a little unsteady before. That's the river. Like I said, there's not much river going right now. But then again, I mean, honestly, it hasn't... what do you call it? It hasn't rained in a while, so there isn't basically any flow. And not much to speak of. Just like a bunch of water puddles down there. To speak of. I can't really see too because it's really bright. So we'll slow down our pace, girl. I can hear you panting, girl. At least we're on a nice concrete trail here. Anyway, that's been a lot of distractions. I'm trying to recover where we were at, but yeah, those hassles. We were talking. The pastor was talking about Ishmael being found out, caught, I guess, by Sarah. And these are people in the Bible, you know, caught by Sarah, and basically, Ishmael was being bad to her son, Sarah and Abraham, and biblically, anyways, in the Bible, anyways, you know, and how the church shouldn't cast out people that just because they, you know, that make a mistake here or there, you know. Even when Jesus challenged the Pharaohs, challenged the Pharisees, none of them could say they were without sin, so they just left that lady alone. I'm just wondering what's this up with this. This looks like it used to be a road, an offshoot down here. Looks like this used to be an off-ramp, and it went that way. And I never would have guessed that there was like a road in here that doesn't even... you can tell it's not been maintained. There's weeds and stuff growing in, grass or whatever growing in the middle of it. That's kind of interesting. Got another chance to get the Cotton Belt logo. And like I said, if she keeps panting this hard, I didn't believe it's going to be that hard on her today, but I thought maybe it would have calmed down. Maybe I just got used to the heat. I have to be outside quite a bit on my job too. But we'll see if we can go a little further, but might have to turn back for her. If we do, and I'm not done talking, we'll just talk some more. This looks like it'd be better to come back about a month from now. If I came back from a month or something, then yeah, see, she was right. It says the East Trail Head landfills in a mile, so yeah. Probably the most interesting feature on here was that that deal. All right, Bouncy, we'll sit here for a sec. I may have an active job, but she's kind of been slacking in the athletic department. We've just gone out for some 15-minute walks here and there. You okay? Huh? Oh, she's saying we must press forward. Be careful, Bouncy, because we got to go back, you know. There's some nice stuff out here. Amy was right. There ain't any benches, though. And especially there's no benches with shade or anything. I mean, the only shade you got is basically natural from the trees here and stuff. But, you know, yesterday I was being attacked hard, you know, at work, you know. And it seemed like the enemy knows exactly when. This is when you're down and you're beat down and you're tired. And, you know, a lot of people are like that now. I mean, I don't talk too much about politics on the channel or whatever, but I'd say the world as a whole is kind of depressed, you know. There's kind of a malaise or whatever that's going around the country, you know. I can't speak for the rest of the countries, but there's somewhat of a malaise here anyways. You sure you're okay, Bouncy girl? We may stop and get her some more water. Oh. She's doing her thing. It's kind of warm now that you mentioned it. It wasn't warm when you're near the air conditioner in the car, I suppose, but it's not too bad. Like I said, it's been a whole lot worse lately. I mean, it used to be the whole ground looked like that, where there's like no grass at all. But like nearby where I live, it's like a lot more greener than it is here. But this field behind me used to be looking like this a lot, though. You okay? You sure? We'll sit here and get a little rest. If she needs some water, I guess I best get her some water. I don't know. Don't know what the Holy Spirit had in mind by saying I should come out today. It's pretty hot. And, you know, she was right. She was right about a lot of things when I was there, when she was here. But, you know, I was just either too arrogant or too stupid to realize that. There isn't really a lot of features out here, but the thing that thing's okay, though, because I'm hoping that people come to look in and for the message, not necessarily just what attractive scenery, so to say, you know? So, Bouncy girl. Yeah. You ready to go? And we might try to go a little bit further, but I might just turn around in a minute. She's panting awful hard, you know. I will say, though, that it's kind of nice getting in touch with y'all again. I'm doing pretty well, just having to work a lot of hours, which is not really a bad thing. You know, I should just be grateful to the Lord that I have a good job, steady work, so right now, and able to physically do the job, you know. One like that some while back I had 2 knee surgeries, and fully you know, I was walking with a cane and I was in a lot of pain, you know, and about 5 or 6 years later, with help from my family and my ex-wife, I recouped well, and I'm able to do a job, you know, again. And but there's a certain dignity with work, in my opinion. Maybe not everybody has the same opinion as me, but I think there's a certain dignity that comes with a person being able to work. All right, Bouncy, we're gonna go back because she keeps wanting to lay down in the shade. We'll just go ahead and go back slowly, and if I end up being done with wanting to talk, then that'll be fine. She may have to take a rest or two, and I may have to get her some more water before it's all done. I'm grateful I have plenty of water with her, though. Yeah, this would not have been good in the middle of summer. I mean, it's still like the end of August, and we have about half a mile left, I guess. You know, so. But I mean, what can I say? I might just somebody had suggested maybe I don't say something for a little bit. I guess in a way I was just, you know, I'll be honest, I think about things all the time. Perhaps that works to my advantage when I'm working on a problem. Sometimes that's not really so good when you're just trying to relax, or, you know, say worry creeps in there. You know, one doesn't really want to be burdened down with worry, that's for sure. But I wonder what this little spot over here used to be. Maybe they did have a bench and they took it out. I don't see any bench scars there, but it makes you wonder what that is, what that's for. I suspect, though, well, I was smart. I was right, though, in my saying. I was right, because down there is just a bunch of bottomland. Yeah, looks like they had a road to I don't know where. I really don't want to go off the trail. I'm not sure if we're even allowed to. But that road, I don't know what was the story behind that. I might try to look around and see if I find a solution to that, I'll put it in the description or put it in the bottom, but more likely I just put it as a comment. But right now, I don't know what's up with that road to nowhere. I mean, I'm thinking maybe that's where that maintenance vehicle only thing went to. You know that maintenance road there. Maybe that goes down to that. We'll probably stop over here in the shade for a minute for her. She's kind of struggling. I mean, I know we'll be all right because Holy Spirit told me to go on this trip here. But that's not really a whole lot to say, though. But you know, one thing I can say for sure is if you have gratitude in your heart, it lifts you, and there isn't as much room for worry and stuff to be creeping in. You know, even when I'm having a lot of hard situations, I can be grateful. Like I said, grateful that I have a job and I'm working right now. Grateful I have a dog here and a cat at home that care about me. And you just not know, you know. Things are always, what do they call it, darkest before the dawn. I'm hoping I can get in good shot here, you know, because it's so bright today. It really is. Yeah. I think Bouncy just kind of got excitable or whatever when that other dog, the other dog was like 2 or 3 times bigger than her. When that dog got loose, I think that she got excitable and overheated, and just never let up, honestly. But I was wondering about these lights I kept seeing from the road. At least I was able to see those. Let's just take one more shot on both sides of this here. It'd probably be scenic if it was the river was flowing. That's kind of interesting. That, and like I said, that road back there. I'm not going to go down there that way where that thing looks like a maintenance road or something. I'm going to go down that way. But this whole area is pretty interesting. It might be good to go all the way down the end of this trail at some point. You know, well, looks like I'm in better shape. Bouncy kind of. Let me get you here, girl. Right. Bouncy's kind of struggling. Let's see if I can. So it'll probably be a little bit better when it's a little cooler for her. You want to sit down in this water that's left over, girl, from when we stopped a minute ago? No? Okay. I think we'll just concentrate on getting back for her sake. We'll get her in the nice air conditioning, so she'll feel good. Well, what to say? Comment below if you have any questions for me. I'm just enjoying the day. Like I said, fortunately nothing bad happened with my dog. Now we're coming back down there to that overpass. If she seems like to want to stop for a sec, then we'll do that. But Bouncy is always full of energy, but looks like this might be the pre-run before we maybe do another video where we do a little more walking with her. What do you say, Bouncy? Is it like a tongue dragger for you today? I can vouch that she's panting awful hard. We're not too far from the car though. Anyway, you know, I guess some advice that I should take sometimes for myself too is that here's the road. This is what that interaction with the dog happened right here. I will have to say, sometimes it's good to take a long, a hiatus, a fast of sorts from at least the news. You know, I mean, whether you like you lean left, you're like in the middle, or you lean right. Maybe it's good every once in a while to just not pay attention, not necessarily tune out, I guess, but not really pay that much attention. I mean, goodness, really, there's a lot of negativity there, almost nothing positive. I do have one outlet that makes it a special every morning to, in addition to the news, which is depressing, they give you, they at least give you one article about something positive. Something where somebody cared, or an animal did something good, or whatever, something to kind of just like lighten the load a little bit, give you a little more spin in your step. I mean, remember, we really all have a lot more in common than we don't, than people would like you to think we do. Most of us have a lot in common in the middle here. Some places, I'm not going to mention, but some places are kind of out of touch with reality, with like the middle folks, the common folks. I'm trying to be a voice, kind of, I guess, of the common man, so, what else can I say, I mean, this I have to say, even though there's like not any some pretty overlooks or anything like that really to speak of, it's kind of like nice, it's like, it's natural. And maybe I'll show like a little bit of the other trail that we might go on at sometime soon. Maybe have to wait another month though for her. I probably would be roasting too if it was like if I was wearing a fur coat like she is, You okay? You want to stop for a sec, girl? No? Okay. Man, like I said, I'm not really a fancy editor or any of that, Otherwise, I probably would just take that interaction out and just say it happened, But I really don't know how to edit or nothing like that, so it's kind of just like raw footage with me. But you just get in the way, you get the honest deal. Something like that did happen, so it happened. Wasn't any fault. They had a leash, just like I have a leash. He was smart though, because I had a phone in my hand and I had my leash in the other hand to pick up my dog and hand her to me. So I have to give him credit for that. And it's things like that. See, I mean, if I was one of those people, like, I could easily be offended with that. Those kind of things happen, and that's why you should have your dog leashed. His dog's much bigger, and I do have to say though that I'm very proud of Bouncy. Bouncy was very calm. She could have been worse off, So that was a good thing. So the gentleman was very helpful, So that was the unexplained, looks like that was the climax of this walk here, but I do want to say I give a lot of gratitude to the Lord, and this walk will be done pretty soon. I want to say though that just remember, there's a lot of parables, and to the normal person it's not going to make a lot of sense, but there was one where that Christ talked about, where the man was a landowner and he was a owner, I think, of a vineyard or something like that, and he hired people in the morning, and then put them to work. Hired people like at noon for them to work, people at 2, etc. And some people he hired right before closing, right before dark. And in the end, they all got the same amount of pay. They all got like whatever the pay was for a day's worth of work then. And the people that started earlier got kind of angry in a way. They were kind of complaining because they'd worked longer. They thought they should get paid more, but they didn't get paid more. But the point on that is that Christ wasn't talking about somebody putting some people to work or nothing like that. Christ was saying that it's never too late to get saved, and you'll still be able to, even if you're late in life, you'll be able to claim by grace, your inheritance there. So, I'm not a biblical scholar, like I said. I'm no pastor or anything like that. But I suggest that, if you don't want to, even if you don't want to be saved, if you have problems, you feel depressed today, you don't feel good, I suggest you go see somebody with practical knowledge in the matter, maybe a trusted friend, perhaps a doctor. But it's basically as simple as you have a fancy prayer, but you just tell the Lord that you're sorry for what you've done in the past, and that you'd like to be saved today, and maybe go find a good church. I'm not going to say that that's what you have to do. I try to lead by example myself in my daily life. I'm not going to be one of those people that say you've got to go do something. That never really motivated me, honestly. But you might consider it though. And another point, me, I've watched Joyce Meyer, she said that before too. You can be thinking you're saved, and you know what, I just thought I was going to church. That was all I needed to do. I didn't realize the church wasn't a building. Basically, the church is the body of the people that come to the building. That's your parish, your congregation, and your people is the church, not the building itself. And so there's a lot of things I didn't understand. It doesn't make me a Christian because I go to church and I'm from this denomination or this one or whatnot. The way reading the Bible every day is good, and the way I'm a Christian is because of my relationship with Christ. It's not because of the church per se. However, there's a certain anointing, and church can put you right back on track. I had the last few days was kind of rough, stressful, and pastor had just what I needed today, and so I got my anointing back, which is, from my understanding anyways, it's basically what you it's something like your blessing or whatever. I don't know exactly what anointing is, but it's something where you kind of, like a common person would say, you get your mojo back. It kind of redirected my thinking to more positive things, less negative things, etc. And overall, it was really good. I mean, that's the way I got back to refocus and back on track. Oh, she likes this here. We're back to the parking lot and back to some shade. We got a little bit of wind coming. Okay, so down that way is the way I'll probably go next time. I went this way because I was wanting to find out about those lights and things. And you can see the trail goes right across the road there. And that's how close we are to the where they're turning in. That's where the road where the road that we crossed earlier was. Anyway, I guess they're coming in. I'm gonna go ahead and she's about ready. I'm gonna take her in, put her in the car with some air conditioning, and then I just want to have a couple of minutes to reflect and everything. But if you aren't saved today, you might just consider that. Like I said, no pressure. I don't pressure people on my channel or anything. That's just something to think about. But you know, I wouldn't suggest you think about it too long. You might end up with like those virgins that ran out of oil in their lamp when it was time for the wedding. Maybe we can talk about that next time. That's another story from the Lord. Anyway, it's time to get ready to go. I'll put that dog back up and get her some water. And she had it. I think she's had it for today. And with that, I'm going to sign off. We have other people coming. People coming across the trail there on the road. You all have a blessed day, and it was nice talking to you again. Thank you.